Travis Scott's Utopia wasn't just an album, it was a full-blown cultural moment. His long-awaited return after the tragedy at Astroworld in 2021 was layered with pressure, scrutiny, and massive anticipation. When the Utopia World Tour was announced, it wasn't just billed as a concert, it was framed as an experience, a portal into another dimension. But beneath the pyrotechnics and sci-fi spectacle, what really happened on Travis Scott's most ambitious tour yet? From sold-out arenas and cinematic stagecraft to behind-the-scenes drama and rekindled controversy, the Utopia Tour was everything chaotic, grand, divisive, and deeply symbolic. In this video, we're breaking down the entire journey, how it started, what went wrong, what went right, and why it might be the most telling chapter in Travis Scott's career to date. For years, Travis Scott teased Utopia like a mythical concept album. After the chart-topping success of Astroworld, fans were expecting something even bigger, even bolder. But following the devastating events of the Astroworld Festival in 2021, the stakes became much higher. Utopia would be his first full-length project post-tragedy, and fans were watching not just for the music, but for signs of growth and redemption. When Utopia dropped in July 2023, it sparked a frenzy online. Critics were split. Some praised the experimental soundscapes, abstract themes, and top-tier features, while others found it cold, disjointed, and too conceptual. Yet no matter the opinion, Utopia dominated discourse. The album featured high-profile collaborations with artists like Drake, Beyoncé, Bon Iver, and Bad Bunny, and carried a dystopian tone, dark, surreal, and cinematic. The album felt like a psychological journey more than a playlist of hits, setting the stage for a tour that would attempt to bring that strange, cerebral world to life. The announcement of the Utopia World Tour, later branded as the Circus Maximus Tour, came like a thunderclap. Travis Scott was going back on the road, his first major outing since the Astroworld incident. Fans were ecstatic but anxious. Could he pull it off? Could he perform without incident? The internet lit up with hot takes. Some applauded his bravery, others accused him of returning too soon. But tickets told a different story. They sold out almost instantly in major cities. What intrigued people most wasn't just the comeback, it was the concept. Scott promised more than a concert. He pitched a mind-bending visual journey. Promotional materials teased phrases like, "The portal into Utopia is opening." The vagueness was intentional. Travis wasn't trying to explain Utopia, he was trying to let people feel it. Whether fans knew what they were signing up for or not, they were all in. If Travis Scott knows one thing, it's how to build a world, and for Utopia, he went all in. The tour's stage design was unlike anything fans had seen in hip-hop. Inspired by dystopian films like Blade Runner 2049, Mad Max, Fury Road, and Westworld, the stage was built to look like the ruins of a fallen future. There were flame towers, moon crater textures, and an enormous rotating sphere that hovered above a circular platform, almost like a sun or a surveillance drone. Scott used this rotating center stage as a metaphorical hub, the eye of Utopia. Surrounding him were LED structures that constantly shifted visuals, from barren landscapes to space-age ruins. It felt less like a concert and more like a sci-fi movie in motion. But the visuals came at a cost. Some fans and critics noted that while it looked amazing, the storytelling often got lost. For people unfamiliar with Utopia's themes, the symbolism and metaphors were easy to miss. Still, no one could deny the ambition behind the production. Travis crafted a setlist that straddled the line between the new and the nostalgic. He performed fan-favorite hits like Sicko Mode, Goosebumps, Antidote, and Stargazing, but also dove deep into Utopia's experimental tracks like Hyena, Fa, and In My Eyes. The flow of the set was carefully paced, each section of the show marked by different colors, moods, and visual transitions. It was like watching chapters in a story unfold, but perhaps most notably, Travis's energy had shifted. While still hype and mosh pit friendly, he seemed more composed, more deliberate. He wasn't screaming or jumping off props like in his earlier tours. Instead, he moved with precision like a performer trying to deliver a message, not just a party. Whether this was a conscious reaction to Astroworld or simply artistic evolution, the difference was palpable. One of the defining features of the Utopia Tour was its unpredictability. At select stops, Travis brought out surprise guests, often with no warning. In Toronto, the crowd erupted when Drake appeared mid-show, delivering a collaborative energy that had fans buzzing for weeks. In Atlanta, Future and Playboy Cardi shocked fans with explosive guest sets that pushed the crowd into a frenzy. But it was Los Angeles that delivered perhaps the most jaw-dropping moment of the tour. Kanye West took the stage, making one of his few public appearances of the year. The symbolism was heavy. Kanye, Scott's mentor and a controversial figure in his own right, joining him in this surreal tour felt like a passing of the torch or a reminder of where Scott's artistic boldness originates. Despite the hype, the tour wasn't without issues. In Chicago, a late start left fans in sweltering heat, leading to fainting and medical calls. In New York, complaints poured in about overpriced merch, long waits, and lack of water stations. While security was tighter than before, concerns lingered. Some questioned whether Travis and promoters had fully learned from Astroworld. The tour stayed safe, but not stress-free. Behind the curtain, chaos brewed. Sources revealed rushed production schedules and frequent tech issues, with some stage setups barely making soundcheck. In Europe, 2 shows were cancelled with vague reasons, sparking speculation about logistical breakdowns. Yet Travis didn't address it publicly. He kept the mystique intact, letting the tour's image overshadow its internal cracks. Online, fans were split. Viral clips showed jaw-dropping moments. Travis emerging from fog, spinning under a fire-lit orb. Hardcore fans called it art. Others found it hard to follow. The mix of heavy themes and chaotic energy confused some. Critics argued it lacked heart, saying Travis hadn't fully reckoned with Astroworld. Was it healing or distraction? Rebirth or rebrand? Depends who you ask. Utopia wasn't just music, it was a mood. If Astroworld celebrated chaos, Utopia asked deeper questions. What happens when fame turns isolating, when fantasy breaks? The sterile visuals, the rotating orb, the post-apocalyptic feel all pointed to inner transformation. Travis seemed to ask, "Can I be something more?" The tour didn't offer answers, it offered an escape. The numbers? Massive. The tour grossed over $209 million, making it the biggest solo rap tour ever. But merch was a story in itself. Fans lined up hours early for venue-exclusive drops, which resold for hundreds online. Some called it over-commercialized. Others saw it as genius branding. Either way, Travis proved once again he's not just an artist, he's an empire. The Utopia tour was risky and raw, part concert, part cinematic fever dream. It wasn't perfect. There were logistical hiccups, mixed reviews, and reminders of past mistakes. But it was bold. Travis didn't play it safe, he challenged what a hip-hop show could be. For better or worse, he reminded the world, his story isn't over. He's still building it track by track, show by show. So what did you think? Was the Utopia World Tour brilliant or broken? Let us know in the comments. Like this video if you want more deep dives, subscribe for upcoming stories, and hit the bell so you never miss a moment.